May I please have your attention? Attention. Please take your seats. Cort and Fatboy dies in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cort and Fatboy.
Hello, you have one new voice message. New messages. Message 1.
Cork and Boner. JJ Smooth here. Jeremiah Clown Shoe. SMOOV all the way down. I heard that you're hanging them up. And I'd like to say congratulations for 8 years of teamwork and good radio. Except I wouldn't mean it. I'd also like to say that I was surprised, but it's more of a surprise that you've lasted this long with all the garbage that you spit. I remember the first time I heard you two. I was convinced that someone was killing a cat with a hammer. I looked all over the place for that poor little kitty. Such a miserable sound. I thought, why don't they kill it quickly? Why let it suffer? Why make us suffer? Such horrid noises. But no, it was just you two warbling into the microphones. Oh, and one last thing. Since we're getting it all out there, I know your real names aren't Cork and Boner. So I know that it's actually Cort and Boomer. Just because I...
End of new messages.
Let's keep going. What do you mean? Go!
Don't grieve, Admiral. It is logical. The needs of the many outweigh
the needs of the few.
Or the one.
You stay. I go. No following.
Ultra Magnus. It is to you, old friend. I shall pass the matrix of leadership as it was passed to me.
No, Mama. There's no hope for him now, Travis. He's suffering.
He was my dog. I'll do it.
Cort and Fatboy.
Sit down. Oh, hell yeah. It is Cort and Fatboy. It is Friday, and it is the final show for Cort and Fatboy. Thank you for booing us on our last show.
I was just about to say, well, that worked, but then it didn't, and it didn't at all.
Thank you all for coming. I can't tell if we're packed all the way up, but it looks like there's a hell of a lot of people here.
Why are you going to get hopeful now?
Yeah.
8 years and all of a sudden, did we sell it out? Come on.
Yeah,
man.
No, we didn't sell it out. But thank you all very much for coming. We really do appreciate it. Once again, we never expect anybody to show up to this shit. So we are astounded once again that you guys have done it. So thank you very much. Fatty?
What are we going to do now? What do we do?
I have no idea.
I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I am so scatterbrained right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I forgot to unzip my pants before I went to the bathroom a little bit ago. But I at the last second, I was like, unzip the pants real quick. Oh, okay. And then it was just like dribble, because I didn't really have to go to the bathroom anyway. I was just working on autopilot.
You just did it because I did it, didn't you?
Actually, I did kind of want to scare you. See, Cort backstage was like, he'd had 2 beers, so he was like, I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because we still tell each other those stupid things. I don't know why.
You want to come?
Yeah,
watch?
grown men. I'm going to go to the bathroom now. Well, that's great. Thanks for letting me know about your urinary habits. So he tells me, and I wait till he walks out, and then I count to 3, and then I also go into the bathroom. And I hear him flush, and at that point, once again, nothing has happened. So I have all the time in the world, essentially. I'm like Dizzy Gillespie in there.
Yeah.
And I hear the door. I open the door. I walk out. He turns around and sees me. He's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I still got ninja powers. That doesn't go away."
It's just very, very disconcerting, just like having the kind of the post pee. It's not quite post coital, but it's post pee.
Yeah.
And kind of enjoying the afterglow of just peeing, and you turn around, there's Fat Boy. Yeah. Kind of ruined everything.
Hello, Clarice.
So yeah, I mean this. I've told a lot of people today that I'm really kind of I've been most nervous about this live show out of the 3 live shows that we've done. I'm most nervous about this one because we don't have the show after this to apologize for all the shit that we fucked up for. I can't on Monday say, "Oh yeah, we totally hosed that. Sorry guys."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really kind of, if I'm stuttering a lot, which I tend to do anyhow, I apologize.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like if they made it this far, I think they're pretty forgiving.
All right.
The second to last show had a 15-minute run on anal prolapses.
Yeah.
We can't, and there was a woo for that.
There
by
was
the
a
way.
woo.
So I mean,
Anal prolapses.
I think we're safe. Y'all don't have to tattle on whoever it was. The spotlight's right on us. We can't see anything. It could be anyone.
So
I'd like to think it was
David
Walker.
Walker does not talk about prolapses. Okay, so the rule stands as usual. I mean, obviously we have 2 mics here. We're going to do it a little bit different this year. The first year we brought everybody up one at a time and then let them kind of stack up down the row. The second year we gave everybody a mic at once, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that didn't work so well.
So this year,
I got angry.
yes.
I think. Did Byron just yell at me
Yeah.
already? Looking to go for 2 for 2. All right.
So this year we've decided we're going to go ahead and bring everybody up kind of one at a time, or in some cases 2 at a time. Just kind of talk to them, and then we'll excuse them back to their seats. So that's kind of the setup this year. As usual, we do have the text box set up over here. So if at any point during the show somebody wants to ask us a question or ask one of our guests a question, you can do that as well.
Don't ask a dumb question and fuck our last show up. Though.
Yeah.
If I could request, don't do that. No promises. Well, of course not.
Yeah. So
what are you gonna do after this?
After this?
Yeah. What do you do now that you don't have to see me an hour a day, 5 days a week?
After the show,
yeah,
I'm gonna get so drunk, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna try and have sex with my wife, and she's gonna shut me down so bad.
Are you gonna be awake when you do it this time?
No.
The sleepwalking sex bear, draping yourself over her like a blanket with a dick on it.
That's my plan. That's my plan right there, to get shut down entirely. How about you?
I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever really lied on the show about anything.
Yeah.
I might have cut the corners off some stories to protect the guilty. But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go home. I'm going to Google myself.
That's what I'm going to have to end up doing after my wife shuts me down.
And then I'm going to do what I imagine I will be spending a lot of my free time doing in the near future. I'm going to argue with people on the internet about things I'm right about.
Yeah.
Which is what I did before I ended up with a podcast. So, as a matter of fact, I got in 3 fights today.
About what?
About Superman and The Hobbit and Star Trek, and I was right about all of them all the time.
Let's take those one by one. What was your issue? What was the Superman?
It's the same issue with all 3 of them. There were people wrong on the internet.
Oh, okay.
There was a group of people that were wrong about Superman, and I kind of swooped in there, and I was like, and then there were people wrong about The Hobbit, and I was like, ha ha ha, you fools.
Yeah.
And there were people wrong about Star Trek. I was like, I see your point. Damon Lindelof is writing. I don't shrug. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That should keep you busy for a while.
It'll keep me busy.
Yeah, at least until 2000. I mean, that's the amazing thing, especially with Star Trek. Like, it was just kind of wrapping. Like, all of the nerds were just getting ready to like shut down their websites.
Yeah.
The last guy was about to flip the switch to turn off his website, and then boom. No, there's going to be 3 more of them. Fucking turn it back on.
Yeah,
bring it on. Let's go.
Star Wars fired right back up. Actually, I'll say this. Friend of the show, Mike Pilot, co-host of the Mediocre Show.
Yeah.
Yes, Mediocre Show love? Any love for the Mediocre Show? How's your buttholes, you guys? Mike Pilot, co-host of the Mediocre Show, is going to start a Star Wars podcast.
Is he really?
It's going to be called Full of Sith. And he has asked me to come on once a month to be rumor control. So
nice.
I'll probably do that. So once a month, I will be showing up and telling him and anyone else who listens to him how wrong they are, too. It'll be cool.
Fair enough.
So my future's set, really. I'm all right.
Good.
Don't nobody worry about me. I'm going to get in lots of fights.
All right. Well, I think we should.
Well, we got some. Text
we have a text
boxers.
boxer?
I can't tell because the light is hitting him from the back, but it looks like. Are you the guy that people kept tweeting about that is cosplaying as me?
Probably.
Yeah. Get right on the mic.
I also cortandfatboy Canadian tuxedo.
Oh, it's a Canadian tuxedo. Hey, I'll turn him on.
Let's turn it. For those who don't know, Canadian tuxedo, Chris, right?
Yes.
Chris, I'm assuming you just returned from your tour of duty?
Yes.
He just returned from Afghanistan, right?
Yes.
Give this man a hand.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
And actually, that's part of why I came up here tonight, guys.
Get right on the microphone.
I wanted to say thank you for a year of mediocrity and crap that kept me smiling and laughing the whole time. Also, in the Army, I was trying to find you before the show because the Army likes to do this crazy thing with pomp and circumstance and all this bullshit.
Sure.
And I don't like it. But they do this thing where they make coins, and they give them to people who they think have done a fantastic job. And I would like to present both of you with my squad's personal coin.
What?
Oh, dude.
Hold on.
That is...
That is from...
Mine has a middle finger on it.
Hang on a second.
I'm not even kidding.
Mine does too. Wait. Okay. You say this is a coin. This opens beer. It's
a general purpose term from the Army. It's a coin.
It's a coin.
Yeah.
It's
a coin that also opens beers.
Yes.
Don't fucking complain.
I'm not complaining. I just want to define what coin means.
But that is from Baxter's Bastards, 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon of the 1186 MP Company.
Damn.
And I wanted to say thank you guys, and there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
we will be happy. Come collect it at the end.
Also, I applaud your choice in Argyle. I have a sweater almost exactly like that. That's smooth. I like that color scheme.
We have another text boxer.
How are your buttholes doing tonight?
Puckered. Super fucking puckered.
Yeah.
I like it tight.
A little bit sweaty. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, 2 things.
Yeah.
Fat Boy, I was told to deliver a message to you.
Oh, good.
From the Mike Pilot.
Oh, okay.
He wishes both of you excellence on your future endeavors, wishes you the best of luck. But Fat Boy in particular, anytime you want to work with him, call him or go to Pennsylvania.
I'm not going to Pennsylvania.
That'll make him sad.
Your 2 options are call him or go to Pennsylvania.
I'm going to roll with call him. I'm going to do that one.
That'll make him sad. But the other question I had, and I've messaged you both about this. You never got back to me.
Yeah.
Where the hell was your donate button the last 8 frickin' years?
Feel free to throw some money on the stage.
We are not getting naked for it.
We're not. No. Damn it. No. But seriously, if someone wants to put a tip jar on the end of the stage, put it down, dude.
Anybody else?
I'm not even tripping.
They gave you 8 years. No donate button. This is your chance.
Don't shake them down, dude. They paid $6 to get in here. We're getting some of that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Who else wants to bring us money?
Yeah, put it up there. Put it up there.
There's a tip jar. All right. Thank you very much.
Don't put it up on the table because that means y'all got to get on the stage and you make me nervous. All right, that'll work.
All right,
oh, thank you. Jamie S.
Thank
Rich,
you.
everybody. That was Jamie S. Rich.
Wow, we got 2 jars now. Thank you, guys.
Goddamn.
Thank you. All right. Another text boxer here.
Hello, my name is Susie, and I want to thank you first for all your years.
Thank you.
And last year, I crocheted you some unicorn hats.
Yes, you did. My kids wear my unicorn hat. It got a little too small for me. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So my question is, do you dare accept this year's gift?
Okay, well I put last year's gift on my kids and they haven't died yet. So
Yeah.
Bring on the gifts.
Oh, boy. What do we got? Severed head. She knitted us a severed head. A Cort doll.
She knitted us.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That is slick.
Okay. You have another one of these at home that you jab with needles, right?
Yeah.
That
I'm so
is-
short and brown. I'm a little fuzzy hobbit dude.
Yeah.
You should stab me. Stab the fuck out of me. Oh. Why does everyone laugh so hard when I get hurt? Why is that my lot in life? Everyone loves it when the little one squeals. It hurts. Maybe you didn't fight with everybody on the fucking internet, asshole. They wouldn't be so happy to see your nuts get kicked in. I'll take.
All right, we'll do these 2 more text boxers, and then we'll bring up our first guest.
Will we?
Oh no, I'm sorry. We won't bring up our first guest. We have something
Not
else
yet.
to do first.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Hey there, my name's Colin.
Talk louder.
Hello, can you
There
hear
you
me?
go.
Yes, actually project. Oh, God damn it, we're doing the feedbacking thing.
So I don't know who's doing it. All right, go ahead.
Testing. Hello.
That's you.
It's this one.
All right. Yes. Stop feeding back. We don't like your comment already.
Aww.
Are you done feeding back now?
Testing.
Go ahead and try it.
Go.
Hey there. Name's Colin. Thank you for the past 8 years. You guys are probably the reason I actually made it through high school. Now that you're popular internet celebrities, are you going to start working at, say, Pixar as voice actors, or?
Shit.
In all honesty, Bob, you've already talked about what you're planning to do after Court. Do you actually have any plans to do any more entertaining after all this, or are you just done?
I never started entertaining, sir. No, I honestly at this point I have no plans. My plan is to sleep. It's just to kind of just hang and do nothing for a little while. At some point, I'm sure I will get bored of sleeping and not having sex with my wife, and then I want to do something else. So, that is my plan right now. Is just to hang out and do nothing for a little bit. Thank you, Byron.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, last text boxer for now. Oh, go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Most people know me as Sand Puppeteer.
Oh, hey!
Sarah, my last name is pronounced Mahayeski.
Mahayeski?
Yes.
No F at the end, just
No.
Mahayeski.
Yes.
Haha.
And
Okay.
this can't live up to military coins or knitted dolls, but I have prints for you guys.
Oh, cool.
including a sequel to last year's comic that I made.
You made a sequel to last year's comic?
Yes, I just made it last night.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I did make enough that if Byron wants one, even though he's not in it, he gets something for free.
Oh.
There you go. Free stuff for
see.
Byron.
Free stuff for Byron.
Thank you
Look,
very
he's
much.
already, that's...
Christ.
He's not even waiting. He's
Is it,
just
with-
gonna...
with- is it one of the posters he gets?
Yeah, not the poster, the comic.
Oh, no poster for you. Fuck off. There you go.
There
All right.
you go.
Take your free shit and leave.
We'll use you later.
All right. Okay, so we'll pause the... Thank you, Mike Russell. Only about 5 minutes late on that one. Okay, we'll pause the text boxers for now. You ready?
I will be. Hold on.
All right. Tell me when to go. Tell me when. Oh, you got to take that. All right. Say when.
How do I work? How do I shot web? Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
If you want the news, turn on CNN. But if you want 5 minutes of snarky jokes loosely based on the news, you tune into Fat Boy's Dirty Laundry.
The headline: Mediocre podcast shoots itself on stage. 30 people notice, 10 people shrug. It's the last show, so I feel that it is safe now for us to address this, as it's been maybe our longest running joke, and we've had a lot of them. Our show has coughed up and then spat out more catchphrases and callbacks than I can remember, and we've left them in the gutters to wash away with the rain and the bum piss and the Lohan vomit until the Byron-esque mess slips down the storm drain and floats with Pennywise the dancing clown. But the running gag that has always worked is that we're just okay. We're mediocre. And if you compliment us, we will deflect that shit with Aikido-like precision. But not Steven Seagal style Aikido. That style of Aikido involves slaughtering boxes of donuts and huffing your own farts, because that's really the only way you can get your face to look like that. But here's the thing, you guys. We're good. We're pretty goddamn great at times. And we know this. Now, here's the thing. It's funnier not to say so, because people who say those sorts of things out loud tend to be looked at as giant, gawping, goatsy-level assholes. And also, it's us. He likes taking my kneecaps off. I like throat chopping him. That shit is funny. But here's the real news. The only reason I can put his squinty, chudley head under the wheels of a bus every day, the reason that he can slide cold, icy steel into my furry, hobbity heart, the reason either of us can so ruthlessly murder ourselves for your comedic appeasement, it's because we know there isn't a single show in this fucking city that's ever been as good as we were when we were at the top of our game, period, point, fucking blank. Now, knowing this fact, and then reconciling that with the fact that our best audience numbers were somewhere sniffing around the outer edges of 40,000 people downloading our show, that might have led some to feel resentment, jealousy to see other shows getting 6-digit listeners, to see other shows getting written about in magazines and newspapers. Some might, while the mics are off, mutter things under their breath, like Doug Benson is a fucking tool. Like Chris Hardwick can pound a sack of dicks up his fucking butt pipe. Like I wish Kevin Smith would headbutt a helicopter rotor. Fucking Clerks 3. Like, fuck Mark Maron. Fuck that dude. But I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm not angry or resentful in the slightest. And I never said those things. Those are all hypotheticals that some imaginary person that is legally distinct from me probably said once. Seriously, though, we don't think that stuff, we don't say that stuff, and we've never had to, because we have you. We never wanted an army. We never wanted a mobilized battalion of frothing troops that we could command. We just hoped that the show we were making, for us, the show where I try to crack this squinty fuck up for an hour straight a day, and he tries to do likewise, we hoped that other people would hear it and understand where we were coming from. We didn't want sycophants. We didn't want lemmings. We wanted you, and we got you. So what if there's not 200,000 of you? So what if you didn't buy a shit ton of t-shirts and prank call newscasters with our catchphrases? We didn't need you to rock bumper stickers on the back of your Ford Tauruses or troll message boards on our behalf. We did appreciate you setting fire to our stillborn Wikipedia page. That was cool. That thing was like Gina Davis giving birth to the Brundlefly's baby. Someone should have flamethrowed that thing before it even had a chance to draw breath. But all we really cared about was that we got you to laugh, and that you made us laugh. We made you think a little, and you taught us to think a lot. And if this show grew and became something great, it wasn't just because we have it in us to be pretty fucking awesome sometimes. It's because you guys were there helping push us. So if we're great, it's because you're great too. And if sometime down the line, me and this chudley sack of hate, hair, and knives ever decide to try and do anything like this ever again, we'll be lucky if whoever comes along for that ride is as good for us as you were. So there it is. That's the news. Okay, actually, The real reason we're great is that we keep suckering awesome people into contributing their genius gifts to the show for free. And there isn't a single person who's contributed more, both monetarily and time-wise, to our success than the person we're about to introduce. And this leads me to something that I want to check with you guys first, because I know sometimes crowd manipulation can seem sort of corny and forced, those sorts of things. But we're here to appreciate you. You're here to appreciate us. And so I think it would be pretty awesome if this entire theater was turned into basically a standing ovation machine. Okay? Now, here I want to practice this, because I bet you it'll make you feel just as good as the people on stage are going to feel. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll introduce a completely false person's name. All right? They're not here in the crowd. I guarantee it. I want you guys to just rip up out of your seats and be like... Because all the people that are going to come on stage here, you're going to mean it. They've been doing this for like 6 years, 5 years, 4 years for no pay. Their names aren't on the show. We didn't give them shit. So you are going to give them the appreciation that they are due by God. So let's practice this, okay? You guys ready? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Benedict Cumberbatch. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, you guys. That was pretty good. You guys are going to get a core workout tonight. A lot of that solid area hopping up, coming back down. All right.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Are you saying Benedict Cumberbatch isn't coming today?
He's not. No, he's
Fuck!
not. He's not.
Booed again on our last show. Thank you all.
So far, there seems to be a pattern emerging in which the standing ovation comes, and within like 5 seconds, they got to cleanse their palate. Like, no. Not these fuckers. No, boo
All
them
that
at
shit
some
you
point.
just said, boo.
All right, so, you know the cliche, without them, there would be no us. Cliches are cliches because they're often true, and this is no exception. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert fucking Wagner.
Honestly, just because it was you, I thought there was a good chance that you would just sit in the back of the room and not come up.
I was going to wait.
All right, so before we actually ask you questions, this is our opportunity to apologize to you in a theater full of 600 people for maybe the biggest mistake we ever made in podcasting, which is when we were fired after the months of support. Almost a full year of support, you beating the drum for us, you essentially becoming, Portland's answering machine for them to dump all their rage after we got fired off the radio. We then immediately went and picked a couple radio slobs to do our podcast on for the first month, and that was maybe the biggest mistake we made.
We went to something called Error FM for a few minutes. Did anybody actually listen to Error FM? There's a few of you. All right.
See, that's exactly why it was a huge fucking mistake.
Because it wasn't all of you, and it should have been all of you.
Yeah.
So we really should have, like, the first day gone, let's call Robert.
Let's give Robert a call. So I want to apologize to you directly to your face, and I'm sorry. We would have maybe gotten, that worldwide domination that you achieved yourself with PDX.FM. If we had been PDX.FM from the jump, everything would have been so much nicer, and we didn't. And for that, I apologize. We fucked up.
Oh, you guys. You guys. As I understand it, though, you guys, suffered while you were there.
Yeah.
We did.
Stepped in dog crap and...
The Air FM was actually just a couple blocks away from here, and it was in somebody's basement. And they had a dog, and it would sniff our balls as we were trying to do dirty laundry and backstage blog and stuff. The place smelled like piss. I mean, they were very cool to let us use their equipment and stuff like that. But at the same time, it was like, wow, that I could really use not having my balls sniffed right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, sometimes that comes in handy.
Sure. Well, yeah.
What kind of dog?
It was a pug.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, apology accepted. Water under the bridge all these years later.
Okay. So what's up? Are there any grievances you would like to air? Anything that we did while we were occupying space in your apartment for God knows how long?
I got a confession.
Okay.
Oh, I have a confession. I
All
don't
right.
think I've told either of you this.
All right.
You know that I only ever heard you guys on the radio once.
Yeah?
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
One time?
One time. Ever.
How long before a Metallica song came on?
I want to say, I don't know, 3 songs maybe.
Yeah, that's about right.
And don't get me wrong, I tried a few times, but there'd be like all these mattress ads and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Only once. So, I mean, I knew you guys as podcasters, not radio people. So, no. The grievance thing, I mean, you guys were perfect gentlemen, unfortunately.
Okay.
What I miss you.
We miss you.
You know what I miss, though?
What?
I miss Mike Russell coming through the door every Friday at 10 o'clock, 5 minutes late, and having to go take a piss. I miss hearing that piss all the way out the door and down the hall. I miss the that I don't think he knew we could hear.
We had headphones on at that point, but
yeah. No, it really was. I mean,
rumor confirmed. The end of his dick is like a Mickey's bottle. It's, Yes.
Wide mouth.
That was an awful apartment in that you could hear everything, and
Yeah.
if somebody would have to piss during the show, they would excuse themselves to the paper thin door right next to your head, and piss, and you could hear it on the microphones, and it was very distracting.
Yeah.
Byron.
Yep.
We had talked about having a piss mic at one point.
That scared the shit out of me. I heard you talk about that on a Portland Sucks once before we came in, and I'm like,
yeah.
Man, I went into the bathroom and scouted out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you look at that weird little vent?
I checked under the lid. God, I thought you were going to be that diabolical about it.
Yeah.
So you are still doing a podcast?
Off and on.
Off and on.
Off and on.
And this is something that we got from a lot of people. Like when we announced Cort and Fatboy's dead, they're like, "Now what will I listen to?" As my little guy slumps down. But there are so many podcasts, including Robert's. There are still podcasts out there. We weren't the only ones. So please listen to Robert's podcast. He bitches about being a father and
that.
Yeah,
that's my life.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you've crossed that threshold, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
I know.
Do you guys have any parenting tips and tricks you want to trade each other?
Don't. Oh, it's too late for you. Don't. Just don't.
Yeah, ever.
Another question I wanted to ask you real quick was, how's that Windows 8 treating you?
Oh, fuck you.
That thing did a Sherman's march across every single laptop you owned, and I know that because I follow you on Twitter.
Okay, so I've been playing with Windows 8. I've made this very public. Do you know why? Did I tell you why?
No.
I was paid to play with Windows 8.
Really?
Oh.
And, talk about it. I'll never get this job again. There's no way. I mean, it's like, And I asked him, can I really say what I think? Oh, yeah. Just say what you think.
Wow.
Marketing company.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah. I sent him emails, I'm trying to get paid now. Yeah, where's that check? I kind of need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, but thank you from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to come over to your network and wreck that for a while. Managed to torpedo it and allowing and doing all that you've done for us.
Well, you're quite welcome.
Yeah, if we were gonna have a guest on, it had to be you first because again, like if you didn't give us that shot, we still would not be here, and the podcast still would not be going. Like we're podcasting on the remains of PDX.FM's equipment. So that's what when Chronicles of the Nerds records something, they're recording it on Robert's old equipment. When Ham-Fisted Radio is recording something, they're recording it on Robert's equipment. When Leia Weathington's new podcast comes out, that's getting recorded on Robert's equipment. And most of the fine listening that you guys have had poured into your ears over the last 2 or 3 years can almost all be directly attributed to this man's work. So, thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you for making Portland one of the coolest places to live.
You guys, I've been, I'm getting weird. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
This is emotional.
Okay.
You know how, there's TV shows that you watch every day?
Yeah.
And then those TV shows eventually go away?
Yeah.
They don't, Bobby. They don't go away. The thing is, when I was running PDX-FM, I never got a chance to listen to any podcasts.
Yeah.
You're around them all damn day, and you never get to listen to any of them. And in the year that you guys have been gone and we've kind of gone our separate ways, I've been listening to the crap out of you guys.
And you're not saying that that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I like that you went the exact same place. Like, hey, what did we fuck up?
What am I supposed to do now?
But there's other shows out there.
I know,
Robert.
I know. But it's just,
there'll be a.
I listen to this stuff daily.
Yeah.
Then you guys come in. I don't get to listen to you at all. I see you all the time.
Right.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? We need more toilet paper. Okay. And then I get to listen to you again. I had a kid a while back. I missed a couple months. I came back, and then now this.
Yeah.
But the best thing about this is you guys, and Bobby, you said it great.
Yeah.
You really did. You guys have this thing that many podcasters don't have, and that's a chemistry. And one of the things I really learned from you guys more than anything is the conversation behind all of it. You guys get guests on that you converse with, and you make me laugh. You make me mad. You make me upset. You make me introspective. I've learned from you guys, which is fucking cool. Very fucking cool.
Likewise, Mr. Wagner.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it.
Yes.
Robert Wagner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Wagner. That man is a goddamn G. Whew.
All right. If everybody's going to come up here and get emotional, I'm done with this shit. I'm not doing it.
Whatever. You can't even cry. It's not even possible. Your heart pumps sand.
That's true.
And I ate like a full bag of kitty litter so I wouldn't have any moisture in my body before I showed up. So if like you hear me doing something like,
yeah,
that's me actually trying to cry, and the tears are getting jammed up by a bunch of sand and super glue.
Don't worry, I'll scoop it out.
Okay,
I'll scoop it out every once in a while.
That's the most you've ever done for me.
I'll stab it out. All right, we do have a couple other guests that we want to get to before we get to our regulars, and a couple of those guests we've had them on several times. They've been a big part of our show even before we had a podcast. We had many a day hanging out with Lisa Wood, where we would harass her, usually sexually.
We would dunk on her. We had a Nerf hoop in our office. And we would wait till she had to go and talk to a program director or go and photocopy something. And then she would be standing over by the photocopier, like completely unassuming, at which point Cort would knock over his chair, grab up a Nerf hoop, and then just bam on her as hard as possible. And go, yeah! And then flip over 2 more chairs.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, what the fuck was that? And then he'd just sit down and pretend like nothing happened.
Right. That's how you do. And then, of course, she was smart and left radio. And
out of all the people, when that station turfed itself with its head lodged firmly up its ass, rolling like a I don't know, like a turd downhill.
Yeah.
My brain is broken, you guys. This is the last show. I apologize. She went, and out of all of us, probably had the most successful run because her and her husband went and started Big Ass Sandwiches.
And they're coming up on their 3rd anniversary, so we want to bring Brian and Lisa Wood up here to the stage to talk about...
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian and Lisa Wood.
Yes. All right, Lisa and Brian Wood, of course, the proprietors of Big Ass Sandwiches, and you guys have had a huge year in that you were nearly the best sandwich in the entire country.
That was fucking
these guys
crazy.
were, man. I didn't have shit to do with that. I was out of the fucking place.
It was your food.
Well,
shut
yeah,
the
but-
fuck up.
right.
Jesus, man.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys were on like national TV, and you were up there. I think you won the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that was insane.
Has anyone talked any shit?
Huh?
Anyone talked any shit?
Of course they do.
All those assholes.
They talk shit all the time. I just ignore it.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do,
Fuck
man?
Yelp. Fuck all those people.
Yeah. Right.
Seriously, if you like it, go back. If you don't, go somewhere else.
And you guys are now in the new pod, the super pod.
Yeah, so the Travel Channel thing was just like overnight. We were at the tanker and the Northwest Sandwich thing happened, and we thought maybe we'd be a little bit busier the next day. I don't realize that many people watch TV and then are just like guided by it.
Do you guys even watch TV anymore?
No, we don't have time.
What do you guys do with the time that you have?
We fucking sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Or-
your whole little intro,
We got
all
an
of
Xbox
the
360.
nerd bombs that you dropped.
Yeah.
I had no idea what you guys were talking about. At one point, I turned over to her and said, "What are these 3 movies that they're talking about?" She said, "Oh, Star Trek."
Brian doesn't know. Brian barely has email.
Yeah.
No, so the lines just started forming around the block, and I called Mike, who owns Potato Champion, and asked him about commissary space just to have more space. And he said, well, as a matter of fact, we're building this whole new thing, and our landlords were fucking assholes, so it was a good opportunity to get out.
They made you guys censor the banner on your cart, correct?
Ass. We couldn't have ass.
But
we
also,
could not have ass.
Yeah.
You know, no garbage,
If
no
you can't have
water,
ass, what
no
kind of
nothing.
life do you have?
Yeah, no. Portland is not a place for people to be trying to suppress the ass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they charged a whole lot of money for nothing, for a square of asphalt,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we outgrew it. So it was time to go. And this new spot's really awesome. We have covered seating. We have Whiffies, Potato Champion, Koi Fusion, Pyro Pizza, Burgatroyd. It's insane, you guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
But better than all that, we have a fucking dumpster.
And running water
It's
and a
the
bathroom.
small things, man. It's the small things.
Okay, so one of the things we get from you, Brian, on every show is the most horrifying stories about working in a kitchen.
I asked you about that.
Yeah.
Did he tell that story?
I don't know. You can tell it again if he hasn't.
I can't remember. All right.
Tell
All
them
right.
Okay, so you have worked in kitchens for quite a long time.
Yes.
And in kitchens, there are a bunch of high-strung people, some of them drunk, some of them on meth. Some of them are sober.
Some of them
are
drunk
sober.
and on meth.
That's true. That's a strange cocktail to be on, but they're the ones cooking your...
It's so natural.
And when those sorts of situations arise, accidents can and will happen, and you've observed quite a few of those.
Certainly.
Tell us a story.
Well, all right. I can't... like she said, I honestly don't remember if I've told this story to you guys or not.
Tell it anyway.
All right. So when I was about 20, 21, 19, something like that, I was learning how to use a knife properly. One day, I ended up cutting the end of my thumb off. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is just the beginning.
You didn't prep that at all. What? You just cut your thumb off?
Well, I cut the end of my thumb off. I didn't cut the whole thing off, but I mean, it was certainly a formidable chunk.
Okay.
There was a fucking chunk of my thumb just cold sitting there. That's enough of a cut.
What were you preparing at the time?
Jalapenos.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows to curl their fingers when they cut, right?
Yeah. Don't fuck around with a knife if you don't know what you're fucking doing.
Curl your fingers, fuckers. Curl
Right.
your
Yeah.
fingers.
All right, so a couple of days later, I mean, I had to put a big bandage on there and went home for the day. Came back a couple of days later, and you know, everything's fine, more or less. Just a big gaping wound on the end of my thumb.
Oh yeah, everything's
So about-
fine.
Yeah, you know, it's a
More or
standard
less.
issue, right? What,
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody go through that? So probably a week after that, I was on my way to work, and I had a bandage on there, so I decided to take the bandage off, get some air up on there. And I'm driving along, little Volkswagen Bug, is going down the highway at like 45 or so. There's a little.
He's 90.
What?
I was
Why
going
is
down
that
the
90?
highway at
The fuck's-
45.
What? That's a perfectly reasonable highway speed. That's how fast you go on a highway. 45 miles an hour.
Were you in the right-hand lane?
Of course I was.
Okay, all right.
With the blinker
But
on.
I was in the right-hand lane because I was driving a Volkswagen Bug,
Okay.
not because I was going 45.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just as fast as that car. Anyways.
But you are 90.
Yeah.
All right, you win this one.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, I took the bandage off, and it looked like there was a little piece of fuzz on the end of my thumb. So I pinched it real hard and fucking pulled, and I immediately had to pull over. All these stars fucking shot into the scope of my vision, and I had no idea what the fuck happened. I looked down, and this little fucking thing is twitching in my fingers. I pulled a nerve ending out of the end of my thumb, just straight out. It was horrendous, dude. I cannot.
I've heard this story like 10 times and I still can't fucking hear this story.
It was ridiculous. It was like somebody had attached a car battery to my spine.
Yeah.
Immediately.
He thought it was a piece of fuzz and just...
Yeah. The worst part was looking at it and watching it twitch like a little tiny worm.
What have you done?
Why the fuck would you ever expect that?
That's true.
Exactly.
That is worse than anything I saw in Prometheus.
We're at home.
It was fucking awful, man. It was absolutely awful.
I also
we were
like
at home and it's like nerve-ending story or lobster slaughter story.
lobster slaughter.
Yeah.
I also like that he's been kind of off of the mic, but then he's, I ripped my nerve ending. Like he learned right in there. Nerve ending came out.
Hey, we've had a chance to hang out with you guys a bunch, so now I understand mic technique.
Gotcha.
There you go.
That's
Good.
something I learned from you guys.
Yeah,
you
Thank
stepped
very
on
much.
that with both feet, and I hate you for it.
Yeah.
The audience
Oh my god,
despises
I'm
you.
lightheaded. I'm a little lightheaded.
Okay, so your 3rd anniversary coming up. Where is it at and when and all that kind of stuff?
Next Friday at Dante's. We were not even everybody kept saying, "Oh, what are you guys gonna try and do to outdo last year?" And we were like, "Fuck that, dude."
Yeah.
Last year the stars just aligned.
Yeah.
Brian Posehn and Reg Fang and it was
Yeah,
just
you don't get to do that
insanity.
shit twice.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've always wanted to do something where we don't get to dress up very often. We don't get to really go do anything fancy. So we wanted to do that. We hired a Rat Pack tribute band. Nicky Kroon and the Swingin' Richards. He said that he's gonna. His Swingin' Richards are gonna slap you across the chin. His words, not mine.
I think that's known as a pig blap.
Yeah.
A pig blap, that is.
Yes.
It's
Or
a pig
mushroom
blap.
stamp.
Yeah.
Well, mushroom stamp's up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the chin.
Pig blap.
I mean,
down
come on.
there.
Semantics.
See? Educational.
Semantics.
The show has always been educational,
Exactly
down
right.
to the end.
So
Have yourself a happy little pig
I think
blap. Sorry,
Hope
what?
your
are
balls
you
are
gonna make
light.
a Christmas album? There you go. We could do a duet Christmas album. Come on.
That's a terrible
No.
idea.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You can see this. You can see this on stage. Where's the 3rd anniversary?
Oh, so it's at Dante's,
right.
and so it'll be a couple local comedians: Ian Carmel, Shane Torres,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2.5 hours of Rat Pack tribute. You're totally encouraged to dress up, but you don't have to. I don't want people to feel like not coming just because they don't maybe have something nice to wear. Like, don't let that hold you back.
Okay.
Put on a tuxedo T-shirt or just wear whatever.
Well, it appears
but we're
to-
gonna do it up.
Of course you are. It appears to me that you have 2 tickets on this table.
I have 2 pair.
2 pair of tickets. How
And
are
while
you?
they're not gifts for you, I didn't realize that it's like you're the dons
Yeah,
at
no
an
shit,
Italian
man.
wedding.
You guys should have a
People
last
are
show
lining up
every
to give you
weekend.
gifts.
We have coins.
This the day of your daughter's
That is
wedding.
the shit, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are for.
How are you
people.
gonna give them out?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'll think of something.
What?
Wait, here. How about this? How about this? Oh God, the fucking prize pigs are up here. Immediately, prize pig showed up. Actually, you know what? I want to have those 2 come up front. You guys are gonna rock paper scissors for it.
I'm graduating from med school. Just give me one.
Yeah. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, what?
Just give me
Med
one.
school?
Whoa!
Just give me one.
How about this?
How about? Do you want to? Okay, go ahead.
You guys have punch cards, right? Do you have punch
We do.
cards?
Yeah.
First 2 people up here that have big ass sandwich punch cards. First people, 2
Damn.
people.
1,
Oh my
2,
God.
boom.
Oh
That's
my
it. We're done. We are all done.
There you go.
Wow. That went way faster than I was expecting.
There you go, sir.
Do you not have the punch card?
You can't make it. All right. Who else has a punch card? He can't make
all right.
it.
Punch card. Oh, there
Next
we go.
one up.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Let
Oh
it
my
go.
god!
There you go.
Oh, no.
Let it go.
I didn't see. I didn't see. I was.
Wait. Who?
I don't know who had it.
How about we?
Crowd.
All
All
right.
right, hold up. Crowd. Who had it? Was it on my left or on my right?
I can't see shit.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Was it the left?
Byron says it was back here.
Was it the right? It was the right.
It was
Give
the
it to
right.
her.
Okay.
That's hers.
But
No, that's right. Or
Okay,
this-
hold on. Stop screaming. I
God
said
damn
my
it.
left and my right. After I said this is an educational show, you guys then prove you don't know your fucking left from your right.
it's called stage left or stage right.
There we go. So is it this dude? There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. I'm
And
sorry.
he's rocking a hoodie.
All right.
That's amazing.
All right. Lisa and Brian Wood, thank you very much.
Thank you guys for everything.
Give it up
For
for
real.
these assholes.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Those days at KUFO were pretty brutal for a lot of us, but
Yeah.
I am forever thankful for you two. And seriously, thank you not only for the business, for just having us on, for doing what you do. This is kind of a sad day for everybody, but yeah, fuck, whatever. Fucking Byron.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
you guys
you,
did
Lisa.
a good service.
Thank you, Brian. Big ass sandwiches. Go eat there. Thank you, sir.
Jesus.
All right, so let's get to our regulars.
All right. Should we hit text box again real quick? No,
Oh.
no one's there.
No.
All right, so forget it.
No, fuck it.
Here we go. Going to the regulars.
Okay, so we decided rather than going by days of the week, we would go newest to oldest. So we decided that the one that we had spent the least amount of time with would go first. So please, and remember the rule, welcome Leia Weathington. Okay, so this is Leia Weathington, everyone.
She is very well versed in sitting down.
I went to debutante school. So did you have me on first because you knew that I would want to be like super drunk really early?
No.
And you were like, we'll just give you a pass on that.
No, we did think though that out of all the guests that you would be the one that probably actually does have honest to God real grievances with us. We've been giving every regular guest has a chance today to basically dump on us for all the dumb things that we've done in their presence over the last 8 years. So is there anything you want to lay on us?
Keep in mind we've only really been doing a show with you for about 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you have some grievances built up.
No, I mean, the only thing is that I sort of caught the flack for being the reason that the show ended.
What? Who?
Thanks for that.
It was your fault?
I mean, yeah.
Why so?
That's what people have been saying around the internets and the Portlands.
Oh.
Should you... I got thrown off Chronicles of the Nerds, so I don't know who that fucking asshole is in the front row.
So you are about to start your own podcast, as you announced on the show on Wednesday.
Well, I didn't. Bobby did, so now I have to do it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's horrible. I mean, actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. We said 11 tomorrow, right?
11, yeah.
That's
You guys can
not
work
gonna
out
happen.
times later.
That's
What is this show going to be about?
I have no idea. I figured...
You're well on the way to becoming a podcaster.
Yeah. Just in case my lucrative comics career doesn't work out. Ben Coleman from, he's a writer for Livewire and The Mercury. He will be my regular co-host. So we loathe each other, which provides, I think, ample material.
So it's just going to be he's actually flipping you off
Is he?
behind your back. Yeah, I actually looked up and saw the finger
That's
there.
all he's got.
Yeah.
It'll just be me berating him in silence from the other end, but he's just going to make a lot of really powerfully crude gestures.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you, for coming on the show. I don't know you that well, but
Well, I never. You were just a voice on the radio, and then I saw you, and I was like, "There's a face." And I'm
Kind
like,
of.
It's worse
It's-
than I thought. I was imagining a sort of like Colin Farrell, but it was more of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
And we're there. All right. Welcome to the grievances.
I don't actually have any grievances, though.
Nothing?
I'm kind of a new transplant to Portland. This is my second year up here, and between you guys and Ben and my boyfriend David, who's a local here, I have made some of the met the nicest, most lovely people, and it's been like a family up here. So I have nothing but I'm gagging a little bit because these are true feels, y'all.
Leia,
But
Leia, I'm sorry to tell you, Fat Boy and I are getting a divorce.
Now it doesn't have anything to do with.
What's gonna happen to Christmas? Where am I gonna go?
You get 2 Christmases now.
My family lives in the South and does stuff without me now. Where am I gonna go?
All right, well, I think we're there. All right, thank you.
Going to the zoo?
It's turning into whining. All right.
What if you just held hands more? What if you enjoy the intimacy of touch?
What will the name of your show be?
A happy-go-lucky podcast.
There you go. So, when will the show be uploaded? Do you know? Okay. So
You're talking to me like I'm a grown woman.
So sometime in the next 6 months, be looking for the Happy Go Lucky podcast.
Probably Monday. I'm
Okay.
thinking I'll put them up Monday.
All right. So there you go. Anything else?
No.
Leia Weathington, everybody.
Leia Weathington. We should have just straight up just jacked her from Chronicles of the Nerds from like the first appearance.
We really should have.
Yeah.
We will take your shit.
We should have.
I
We
guess
should just
can't-
swooped in.
Can't anymore. All right.
Yeah, well.
All right.
Wait, there's a text box real quick.
Oh, there is.
Quick text box, go.
Actually, I need Leia back on stage for a second if I could. The question was for her.
All right. Okay.
Leia,
All
come back on stage real quick.
Sorry.
I have a feeling this is going to be creepy.
No. Okay, little bit. First, I wanted to say happy belated captain and happy early birthday, Fats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed. Okay, so Wednesday's show, there was a particular point in the episode where Courtney said, it's too bad that everybody listening can't see this. And that was Leia's face to a reaction to a particular phrase.
You have to get way up on the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you
Sorry,
go.
there we go.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes,
We keep trying to
so-
turn you guys all up, and then you make us fucking feedback.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so there was a phrase said that Leia made a reaction to, and I thought, hey, since we're here, can we see this reaction to the story about the dried out, prolapsed uterus?
Okay.
Sweetheart, you started, and I was like, this is the fucking prolapse uterus.
Sorry.
Are you asking for the face? Is that what you're looking for?
He wants,
Courtney
he
said we
wants a
needed to
facial
see it, so I
expression
wanted to
for
see
something
it.
that's going to be a podcast
Yeah.
tomorrow.
This would be the second time that this facial expression
second
was made
time.
on a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can accurately recapture the horror, but it was something like,
Yeah. It was generally that. It was a lot of that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
that
Thank
was
you.
way over dramatic, but it was something like that.
All right. Okay.
The thespianic skills of Leia Weathington, everybody.
All right. Next up, somebody who was on the show for slightly longer than Leia, but really should have been on for a much, much longer time. Please welcome Big Jim Willig. Big
What's
Jim.
up, white people? How we doing?
How's your day been, Jim?
Sad.
Why sad?
Let's see here. The voices of my anti-heroes that I've had in my life that have helped better me as a human being are going away. Not because they're, getting fired or let go. Just fucking bored, I guess. I mean, good for you. I mean, I'm glad you got some other shit going on here or there. I mean, we'll find a way. All of us will just find something else to fucking do with 5 days out of our weeks.
Well, thanks.
Other than that, fine.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Big Jim, you of course have the Big and Loud podcast.
What?
Yeah, it's a show that you do with Don Frost.
Yet another podcast that you could be listening to starting on Monday.
Suck all of your listeners. Follow me. Follow us. Yeah, suck them dry.
Yeah.
Leia and I are the Ted McGinleys of life. You are welcome. Should we do the rundown real quick? Okay, first of all, I left Pennsylvania. They went under. I went to KUFO. What happened there? I killed the Marconi show. So
well, thank.
They can't all be bad.
It was a weekend. John, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Well, Let's see, killed that off. Rick Emerson show, killed that show off as well. And now I'm killing you guys off. So who's next? I'm like the assassin. There should be an Xbox game based on me.
Typhoid Big Jim.
Diabetes, the game.
Press X to load bong.
Yeah.
So what will you do with your time now that you don't have to be on our show one day a week? Because I know that was pretty much all you had.
And I just 6 days of lead up, 1 day of execution. That's what it was. I'll continue on. I mean, me and Don's show, the Big and Loud Podcast, has just been blowing up since like late January when we first started the whole thing, and I'm just gonna go back. Obviously, you said on Thursday's show that the archives will stay up. How long are they gonna stay up for? Let me put the ball in your court, bitches. How long is the archive gonna stay up for, so that people can still continue to download the old shows if they've missed some?
Until Robert decides we're taking up too much server space and dumps it all. Just hits delete.
Yeah.
He's pushing a broom through the empty room that was. This is where we used to keep the Cort and Fatboy shows. Look at this.
It's like when that guy used to come on for the scene change with bloopers and practical jokes. Yeah. Little cartoon guy.
Carol Burnett character comes in with a broom.
Tim Conway comes in pushing Carol Burnett across the room.
So I don't know. Indefinitely. We have no idea. And whenever they stop being there, then that's when they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys sort of foresee? I mean, okay, obviously, you had said in your Fat Boys Dirty Laundry about how you finally acknowledged at one moment that you were great, because it was getting annoying to us as the fans, as the listeners.
Yeah.
Every time we'd be like, "You guys are awesome," you're like, "Yeah," and there's that whole thing. But I mean, seriously, you guys have done more, not just on terrestrial, but you did your own thing. You did it. You went your own way, Fleetwood Mac style.
Thank you, Lindsey Buckingham.
You held it down.
You're gonna pick him out as Lindsey Buckingham?
The man who ate Lindsey Buckingham. RVD.
What was the question?
I don't even remember.
There was no question.
Okay,
it was just a statement of awesomeness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But no,
Eating rock stars, babbling on the mic, simpler times.
Okay, actually, that is something I'm kind of wondering. How many people, after we started talking about Simpler Times, tried Simpler Times?
What did you guys?
Y'all should have bought stock in that shit, huh? Like as soon as before you hit send or upload, you should be like, buy some stocks in that.
It tastes awful, but it will get you fucked up.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much.
I don't think it tastes awful. I think it tastes sort of like if you made a cocktail out of MGD and Coors Light.
Yeah.
But
you're not selling anybody.
And then punched it into your mouth.
Ice cold. Suck it into your own face. It's like $3 a six-pack.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's the key. I mean, that it is cheap as shit, and it is 6.2% alcohol. So.
Back when a man's liver could run for Congress.
Simpler times.
Simpler times.
Wore a raccoon on my head. Didn't even bother to kill it. Simpler times.
I have to say, though, as much as I love the Simpler Times episode that us and Byron did, my all-time favorite show, August 26th, 2012.
Wow.
This would be the show that features Fat Boy with his "Don't Stop Me Now," his Queen, and then it was Byron's "Welcome to Kybera."
Oh, God.
The "Welcome to Kybera." If you guys have not heard this fucking... To this day, I played for homeless people I just meet.
Let me brighten up your day.
Welcome to Kybera. Don't have a buck, but listen to this. This is fucking priceless.
Welcome to Kybera.
Welcome to Kybera.
I suddenly feel a lot better about
these
sleeping
bearded
in
women.
my piss.
All right. Well, Big Jim.
We got some text box questions.
Oh, we do.
bitch.
All right.
Oh, do your
text
job.
boxes.
Go.
Herder the Texan.
Hey, Herder.
A.K.A. Norm from Texas. I would just like to say that Texas has been improving Simpler Times since 1876.
Don't mess with Simpler Times.
Secede from the Union, simpler times.
Could you say that as Little Bush? Could you do that? Or is George W. Bush boy president?
Simpler times. Simpler times. Run for president. Destroy the country. Simpler times.
I would vote for Cort as George Bush Jr. in 2016. It's going to happen.
Shut up, Turd Blossom. It's my show.
Sir, you're running.
It will never die.
Sir, you're running the country. Shouldn't you stop drinking Simpler Times all the time?
I'll never stop drinking Simpler Times.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm not even president anymore. Question from the text box.
Hey, what up? DJ Potato Fucker on the chat box.
Nice. Haven't heard from you in a while. What's up?
I loved your early stuff. Before he got all corporate.
When he was
weird.
DJ Potato Frottage?
The Spud Rubber? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of fucking awesome. Check him out.
You also might remember me a couple of years ago from Cinco De Lebowski. I was the guy dressed as the dude, dressed as Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show underneath my dude costume.
I very much remember that. Almost as painful as Brian pulling his nerve out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, sir.
Okay, I agree with you on your favorite Thursday show, but mine is when you guys did the Batman voice for karaoke.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty good.
Batman karaoke.
Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. The twilight of justice. In the city of Gotham.
Rachel.
That was priceless. You and I did some weird shit.
We made comedy love, Jim.
We did.
Yes, we did. It
In
was
front
never
of Byron, and he couldn't touch it.
No.
He just had to sit there and watch.
He hated it.
Yeah.
So resentful, because we never made that sort of comedy love.
No.
No, but you and I.
Okay, now I'm getting grossed out. All right.
Okay.
Would you mind leaving?
Before I go,
Could you give us a fucking moan?
Yeah.
They pay $3. They're here all fucking night. They don't want this show to end.
I'm sorry. Do you guys want to see Jim and Fat Boy rump it out up here?
We've only just begun.
All right.
Fighting for justice.
From the Big and Loud podcast, Big Jim Willig. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
I love you, man. Whew. Man, we got to hustle.
Yeah, we do have a big surprise coming up at the end, and we want to hurry up and get to it. So we're going to try and.
We also have a short film from David Walker and a presentation from Mike Russell coming up.
Yeah, so there's stuff coming. So we with the stuff that we need to get to. So let's hurry up and get to a man that we didn't really necessarily ask for. But we got, and once we got him, we loved him, and we had to keep him on.
You thought it was awkwardly sexy before Jim left.
Yeah. It's about to get all sorts of awkward and sexy up here right now. It is Ryan Fleming of Digital Trends.
Every day I'm shuffling here.
All right. Yes, Ryan Fleming. He was. You were actually kind of a replacement for Nick from Digital Trends.
I was.
We brought him on first, and then
Get up in that mic. Way up in that motherfucker. There you go. Yeah.
crawl up in that thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Can I steal that now since you're not going to use it?
It's all yours.
Thanks.
Take it. All hell yeah is all yours now.
That's gonna look great in print for every review of a first-person shooter you do from now on.
Well, I have an announcement to make. About
You have an
that.
announcement?
But no, continue on. Let's.
No,
let's
what?
go through it.
That's not how that works.
You
So-
have something more important to say than we do.
Well, I don't know if it's important, but as of this week, I just got the approval. Starting probably in February, we are going to introduce Digital Trends video channel. And the very first show will be my gaming vodcast.
A vodcast?
It is.
You were always too pretty for podcasting, Ryan.
I'm still working out the details. We're going to have a lot of guests on. I'm trying to get Jesse Graff, who you all know as Spock.
Yeah.
And at least one other guy to come on and join me. We're going to do at least a weekly show, probably about 30 minutes or so. The first guest, We have some guests lined up, including we're talking to Ken Levine from BioShock fame.
Yeah?
He's interested, but it would
tripped
probably
out for
be
a second. I thought he meant who's Ted Levine from Silence of the Lambs. I was tripping. I was like, he worked on BioShock too?
Yeah.
Shoot him where he's tucking. Bonus points. Rescue the great big fat woman. There's a great big old fat woman. Pang!
That would be the most terrifying video game ever if it was just nothing but Buffalo Bills coming at you.
Dancing at you, got the sleeves out, tucking, just shuffling at you. Actually, that sounds like a Silent Hill game. Really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little.
That sounds like some Silent Hill shit.
Underneath the pyramid head is Ted.
Pyramid Head!
You'll never think of that again without thinking of Ted Levine.
I like to think that Pyramid Head is underneath that pyramid, just humming "Goodbye Horses" to himself.
Yes, and he's quietly stalking you.
Yeah.
So when this starts in January?
We're not sure yet. We're gonna start taking bids on like production teams and stuff like that.
You're taking bids?
Well, our new editor in chief. This has been a big year for us. Like our new editor in chief was at ESPN. He won an Emmy for video, just various shows and clips he did.
Yeah.
And so one of our big moves next year is to do more video work on DT.
Cap, how the hell did we keep this dude?
How did we?
Yeah, what the?
I don't know. He just kept showing up.
What the? You could have left at any time. Why'd you keep coming back? We weren't giving you shit.
No one told me I could. Wait,
Okay.
what? God damn.
You just kept waiting to be
I blame
excused.
Outlook. It just kept popping up, and I was like in a rut, and I'm like, oh god, fine.
So how's life as an engaged man?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good.
His lovely fiancée is right down here.
She's right there.
Let's give it up for Ryan Fleming and his throwing his fucking life away.
Oh.
I mean,
she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There
you go. There it is.
She is very awesome. I'm very lucky.
So we're all invited to the nuptials, right?
Yeah.
That's when we're all getting together.
Yes.
Love the very full-throated laugh from your fiancée on that one.
It's gonna be an awesome reception, like ESPN's putting it on, right?
Anyway, so what else is going on, guys?
So you're taking bids for sponsors for the wedding?
I'm gonna walk up there like wearing a NASCAR suit filled with sponsors. Like this wedding is brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Yeah. If there's any individuals from Pizza Hut, meet with this gentleman after the show.
We're still like we haven't decided on date or anything like that. But I got really excited today when we started talking about wedding rings, and the one I want is a meteor wedding ring.
A meteor?
Yeah, fuck yeah! Like wearing a rock from space.
I thought you said meteor.
Meteor.
Okay.
Meteor.
From space.
No, I thought you meant
no, not like meat.
Okay.
This is the meatiest wedding ring I've ever seen.
It's a commitment and a delicious snack every day. No, it would be a meteor rock with like probably I don't want titanium because I heard the horror stories. If like I get fat and it sticks on there, they'll have to cut off my finger.
Jesus.
Haven't you heard that? Like titanium rings don't cut. So like if you
have that to look forward to. He's planning on getting really fucking fat soon.
Oh yeah.
That was his first concern. I don't know about the titanium because
I was already heading that way for a while.
I want to reserve the right to have D cups.
My job is to like sit around and play games.
Yeah.
What?
So we really didn't give Jim the opportunity, but grievances. Do you have any grievances
I
with
don't give
us?
a shit what Jim thinks.
That's true. Any grievances?
What time are they closing the Baghdad? I mean,
Yeah.
no, I mean it's been great. It's been a fun time. I came on, as you guys said, I came on kind of late, so I got to experience the tail end, the backwash of the cortandfatboy experience.
Uh-huh.
It's been a great experience, though.
Well, thank you for coming on, man.
Absolutely.
You're fucking welcome.
Ryan Fleming.
Ryan Fleming of Digital Trends. Look for his vodcast.
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah, we got to keep this thing going so we can get to all the stuff that we have planned here. Someone that we brought on that we never thought we would get, and we had no right in having.
No.
But somehow she agreed to come over and over and over again.
There are a lot of people who say maybe the only redeeming quality of our show is the fact that she shows up week after week
Yeah.
and talks over us. Because most of what we have to say is essentially worthless. And
Garbage.
she brings some class, she brings some dignity, she brings some education, and she brings some culture to the show. Ladies and gentlemen,
Courtenay Hameister. She's pulling stuff out of her bra.
I thought she had another phone on the other side of her bra.
Did you bring us cookies?
Oh, hey, cookies! Did your mom bring us cookies? Sally!
Those are from my mom, and I ate one, and she's still pissed at me.
Yay! Thank you, Sally.
Thank
Those
you.
are for the boys. You fucking birthed me.
I heard that, I read on your Facebook that she has been getting rather angry at you because you don't feel like celebrating Christmas all that much.
We went and got her tree last night, I
Yeah.
guess. And, my brother and I we grew up with our whole house just covered in glitter and gingham, and, sometimes you couldn't find the dog. It was just, it was absolutely amazing. And, he and I haven't had trees for a while. So she's just upset about it. And she was like, last night, she actually bought some trees. And
multiples.
Well, she bought just these like little trees that you just plug in, and it's a tabletop tree.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? You're going to take one of these fucking trees, and you're going to put it up. And you know what? You better do it, because I'm going to come and I'm going to fucking check. I'm going to come to your house and check. And I was like, well, what if it's not up? And she's like, I am going to come over, and I am going to put it up, and I'm going to decorate the shit out of it, and I'm going to make your life a living hell.
So it's good to know these cookies were made with hate.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Would you like one, Captain?
From my mom. And she's so cute. She's like 100 pounds, and she's very tiny.
She's the sweetest lady.
She's elven.
Thank you very much,
elvish.
Elvin.
She's elven. Yeah. Yay, Sally.
Of course, Courtenay is a star of Livewire.
Star of it.
You are a star of
star of
NPR. You're soon to be worldwide. You are nationally broadcast.
Yes.
And what the fuck are you doing on our show?
I like it, you assholes.
All right, good.
No, it was, it's, I will absolutely miss it. I always Jason Rouse is here with me tonight, and he like every Wednesday, we'd
that
be
guy.
working together. I know, Jason Rouse from Livewire and Third Floor and Sweat and things. But, every Wednesday he was like, going to Court and Fatboy. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I would always I'd have all this stuff from Gawker and but the great thing about it was that, and this is what I said to Christy Turnquist, Livewire is very tightly scripted, and that's my fault. I do it to myself. So in some ways because I don't trust myself to be able to just come up with shit, but it's really amazing to just kind of walk into a room and just kind of say whatever comes into your head, and you guys just kind of accept it, maybe because you have to, and there's no one else in the room. But I appreciate it.
We can't just walk away. All right, great. Thanks, Courtenay. All right, well, who else is there?
I also like that you chose to call it amazing as opposed to detrimental.
Right. No,
which is why we still go by Cort and Fatboy.
Yeah.
Well, I did tell you. I think I did mention that you should consider possibly changing the name.
Yeah.
But I think that it's actually changed. For a while I've been writing essays and stuff for Livewire, and more I kind of have. Sometimes when you host a show, you guys might know this, but when you host a show, our producer is concerned that I don't sort of reveal too much or be too vulnerable, because as an audience you want to feel taken care of and safe, but I've sort of allowed I've kind of allowed just some more of I feel like myself and my own voice.
You started talking about prolapsed vaginas.
And last week on Livewire, we discussed a dry, bulbous, eraser-like prolapsed uterus.
Yeah.
We didn't.
We
didn't. That was on this show.
Yeah, that was on this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's always so much more horrifying when you say it, and that's
I know.
That's what I appreciate.
I know. You're welcome.
Yes.
Are there things that you regret having shared on our show that you wish you had not said out loud at any point? that you want to say out loud in front of a theater full of people?
I'm not. I won't say it again. But I did actually. I was sort of giving dating tips, and I sort of did this sort of passive aggressive thing where I sort of gave a tip to someone that I knew was listening to the show, and I didn't say it to him directly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like majorly cunty. Just giant.
Is he in the room
cunt.
tonight?
I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Yes or no? Is that passive aggressive too? I live in Portland.
There you go. Yes. That's the only language you speak.
You can't blame me.
Yeah. Looks like we have somebody on the text box over here. Get right close to that microphone.
Hello.
Hello.
I just want to say thank you first off for just introducing me to Don Frost, a god of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he is. Thank you for Scars. And thank you, Courtney, for my absolute favorite moment of Cort and Fatboy, where Bobby introduced you to Aurora Snow's oral ability.
Oh yeah.
To what?
Remember when we were? Yeah. The
Oh
that?
God.
Yeah.
God damn it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
And,
God damn it. Uh-huh. That's not pleasant for the lady, right?
No, it wasn't.
It's not pleasant for the lady.
A legitimate question.
Yes.
I was wondering about any tips about how you got the midnight movie started, because a thing I want to do at some point where I live in Longview, Washington. It sucks. There's a theater up there I want to talk to. I want to start off kind of like you did with the midnight movies,
Sure.
only I want to do with random episodes of MST3K.
Okay.
It's a good call.
Here's what you do. Get a radio show. Do that for about 10 years or so, and then approach a theater and tell them that you want to do that in exchange for promotion, and then get fired and tell them that you want to continue doing that, and pray to God they agree to continue doing it.
Yeah. You left out the first part, which is after you get a radio show, you then circumvent both the sales and marketing department of that radio station because they fuck everything. And then you just go directly to the theater themselves and say, we want to show the movies.
Yeah.
Will you let us show the movies? We'll bring a couple hundred people. And they're like, sure. And I'm like, we're going to sell you a lot of beer. They're like, hell yes.
Yeah.
And that's basically how you do
I
it.
think
So since you already don't have a radio station, idiot salespeople, and a fucked marketing department, you're good.
Thank you.
Just walk in.
Yeah.
You're taken care of.
It's tipping.
Hey, thank you for tipping.
Courtney, do you have any grievances?
Oh, I do actually.
Yes.
She brought a list.
I have a list.
She brought a list.
Because
Fuck, we should have started with the grievances. All right, let's
really
go.
fuck these guys.
Okay.
Number one, I was promised hot tubs full of Cristal and naked lit majors off which to eat sushi, and what I got was a bathtub full of Schlitz and a naked picture of George Wendt. I was told in no uncertain terms repeatedly, being on a podcast will totally get you laid. And you did not at any point in time include the information that I should also attempt not to be repellent in the other areas of my life in order to make that happen. I didn't learn until a couple of months ago that I had a Cosby impression, and then I think you guys purposefully steered conversations away from Cosby-adjacent subjects so I could never do it again.
Wait.
Pudding!
Can we hear it?
Pudding!
Oh, that was it.
Oh, and also I was told that I would have top billing on the podcast, which I got, but you've been fucking misspelling my name for 3 years. And that's pretty much.
Apologies.
Those are all I actually don't really have grievances. You guys are awesome.
Thank
I mean, what I told Chrissy Turnquist, again, for the Oregonian article, and I know you're going to hate hearing this, and in most situations it's a terrible thing to say, but you are two of the nicest people that I know in Portland, the kindest people and the best guys. Like, you know, I know women talk all the time about having trouble finding nice guys in the world, and you guys are just exceptional men. And I appreciate that. All women appreciate exceptional men in the world.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
For being Exceptional men.
Courtenay Hameister, Livewire Radio.
Thank you. Listen to Livewire. Thanks.
All right. Are you guys ready?
That was a pretty good Cosby.
Are you prepared?
Morgan Freeman.
Pucker your buttholes.
Oh, boy.
A man who showed up on our show once to give us an award and somehow made the whole award about him.
Yeah.
Byron motherfucking Beck.
Woo!
Hi, guys.
Hi, Byron.
What's up?
You soaked that in. You were pretty good at that. It's like you've been given a standing ovation before. Has that happened?
No.
No.
You wore it well.
Yeah.
You faked it really good.
I get the sense that like you walk through life hearing that in your head.
Where's the monitor? I don't. Wait.
No, just
no monitor.
No, no monitor. No.
Where's
you
my,
can have a cookie.
Where's my free stuff?
That's
right
you
there.
can have
Cookies.
a cookie.
Thanks, Alan.
Richard Johnson, which is basically two dick names, gave me a beautiful keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? Wait.
Was it one of these?
Was
it
it
one
that?
of these kind of things?
Yes, it was one of those.
Yeah, we got one of these already.
Yeah, but
Thank
you didn't show it off. You should show off your free stuff.
We got keychains, everybody.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Oh, I forgot to give Courtney hers. Hers actually says Livewire on it.
Really?
Courtney, come find me after the show. So Byron.
Yeah.
Now that we're no longer going to be a Cort and Fatboy show, what are you going to do with your life?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on.
Good.
I'm kind of done with you guys.
Best answer of the night.
I mean, really, shit. Fuck you.
Okay. Now you've taken it too far.
I mean, no, really. I mean, come on. You didn't really give me anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
We didn't.
And I brought you presents all the time. I brought you discount meat.
Yes.
I did.
You did. No, you did.
It's true.
I brought you lots of sex toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I opened your mind.
You.
Or at least opened parts of your body that you weren't open before.
Yeah, but you slammed other parts shut. So okay.
Was I?
Wait, yeah.
What? Ask a question.
Did I go too far on this show?
What? No. No.
That I do have a couple of questions. I mean, did I take it too far? I mean, Juan's right there, and I feel like.
Okay, well, for those of you who have been to Geek Trivia, you know how we do this. We're going to put this to mob rule. This is where we poll the audience, and we're going to go ahead and ask you whether or not you thought Byron went too far.
So did Byron go too far? Yay. Do we have to go?
We should probably.
Did Byron go too far? Nay.
There you go. Text box or the
You've
mob rule
doomed
stands.
us all, you clueless fuckers.
Well, you guys were so boring. We had to do something with it. I mean, it was really, literally, I'd come in and these guys have like missionary sex, and they play baseball or.
I don't play what?
No, kickball.
Kickball.
Yeah.
We played kickball
you
once.
drink beer.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no lives.
I argue on the internet.
What?
I argue with people on the internet all the time.
You're an angry little fuck, and you've always been an angry little fuck. And you will go through life as an angry little fuck. You will. You're just going to be angry for the rest of your life. You will.
When Danny DeVito dies, you will be happy that I am there to pick up the slack. I have been working at that all my life, and when I slide into that position, you people will be happy. You don't even recognize the sacrifice that I've made.
So yesterday I said on the show, I will not miss you guys. And
Yeah.
I will not. I will not miss you. I won't. Really, I won't. But I will miss your listeners a lot.
Yeah.
There you go. He misses you guys.
I will. I mean, I've made some really good friends. Andrew Hill over there.
Mm-hmm.
He rubs me all the right ways. And for people that know what Andrew Hills knows what I mean.
He's an acupuncturist and a massage therapist. He doesn't jerk him off.
No.
I wanted to make that clear.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And I'm not even gonna go there. I will miss a lot of. I miss a lot of the people, like the guy in Ireland that listened to the show, and the guy in Salt Lake, Eric Olson. I mean, just a lot of Michael Caruso out there. There's a lot of good kids out there. The Canadian Tuxedo, which I called the Oregon Beaver earlier or something. I mean, I just called him something else. What did I call you? The duck or something? I called you something. Penguin. Yeah, I called him the penguin.
You called him a Batman villain? The man goes to Afghanistan, you come back like whack, whack, whack.
I forgot who he was.
Oh.
Byron, I see you're wearing a wristband that shows that you've been to some fancy party or something.
Yeah, I didn't dress up like... I wore this for another party. I've actually been at another event. And I actually wore this, a bow tie. I have my Spanx on. I've shown you my Spanx.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm wearing the jockstrap I promised I would wear.
Oh, good.
But you told me I couldn't take off my pants.
No,
so.
don't.
Yeah. No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
You people are animals.
I'll do it for Katie and Jefferson, but I won't do it for anyone else. Later.
Okay. Well, Byron, we loved having you on the show all this time. Sometimes we rolled our eyes.
Really?
And
I
we
always thought you were
cringed.
going to get rid of me. Every fucking Thursday, I thought for sure that was my last fucking show. Because I was always like, do you think you could pull it? Even just be yourself. You'd always say, you don't have to talk about anus all the time. You don't have to talk about dick all the time. You just don't have to talk about dick all the time.
Well, it's okay to talk about dick, but let me get through saying, "Oh hell yeah," before you throw in big fat cock. That's all I wanted.
Did you learn anything from rants or rambles?
No.
Okay. We got really good at verbal judo. So when you overhand lob like a 15-pound phallus in our general conversational direction, we were pretty good at knocking it back.
So, I hate to even ask. Any grievances on your part?
I wish you would have done the show naked once.
No.
I mean, we worked really hard at the beginning of that. If we could get 50 listeners.
100,000 listeners. If we got 100,000, we made it to roughly about 40. So if you can come up with about 60,000 listeners by, 11 o'clock tonight.
60,000 insane blind people.
Yeah.
I've only seen them naked once. It was at the Crystal Ballroom. Remember?
We weren't naked.
No.
Yeah, you were.
He changed
You were
his
naked.
shirt.
I changed my shirt.
You were naked. It's okay.
That's not
It's
even
fine.
the right part of the body for you to care about.
How you choose to remember, it's your way. It's your show.
All right.
How you choose. It's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Byron Beck.
All right, before we continue on, really quickly, I want to have a sometime guest, a frequent guest, and one of the reasons that the Cort and Fatboy Midnight Movie commentaries ever became as entertaining as they were. To do a quick review of the show thus far, Eric Henriksen of the Portland Mercury.
Is he here?
He's coming.
Did he actually come? All right, there he is.
He already looks so happy.
Are you taking money out of the tip jar? You never take money out of the tip jar.
You want to fucking pay me?
So
Eric,
he just clicked. I think there's $1 left. So,
honestly thought you were just going to walk off the edge of the stage. Just go have a cookie.
So Eric.
So what do you think of the show so far?
When's it start?
Has there been a good part?
When do you guys start the real show?
We're doing the show. This is it.
Oh, you guys are doing great. I took some notes. Hold on.
Okay.
My friend Sarah fell asleep when Byron was talking.
Oh. That's not good. No one wants to cheer that whatever that was.
Yeah. All right. All right. What are your notes?
I liked the 4 standing ovations. That's something successful people seem to need to do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That whole thing when everybody was trying to figure out which way was left and right, and no one in this room could figure it out.
That was a good part, yeah.
That speaks well for you guys' audience. Oh, wait, I just got a tweet from Jamie S. Rich. He tweeted me while I was looking at my phone. Oh, it's just a fucking picture.
Okay.
DJ Potato Fucker really classed it up. But my favorite part was when Courtenay called you guys exceptional men. I liked that.
That was good? You like that? That was funny?
I liked that part. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
I just got Star Wars Angry Birds on here.
Oh. Eric Henderson of the Portland Mercury.
Oh my God.
He's not putting the money back.
No, he's not putting the money
He's
back.
not putting the money back.
No.
Eric Henderson just robbed us. All right. Real quick. Well, okay, he's standing right there, so I don't even know if I can give you a theme. Get your ass back up here. The man who was almost mayor. Well, get back. You were just here. Get you. Yes, you. Over here on the chairs. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jefferson Smith. He's wearing a shirt that says Puggle.
Look at that.
Look at that Puggle.
And look at that loud fucking jacket you're wearing.
It's nice, isn't it?
You gonna give that to Ryan afterwards for his wedding?
I thought. No, the guy said, "Oh, it's like a NASCAR suit." I'm like, "Oh, I'm wearing one." I think because the thing a bunch of dead husk of leather needs is a bunch of corporate logos for petroleum products.
Sure.
That's the thing that it lacks for the environmentalists. I got this on discount clearance. Great surprise. 5 years ago, I haven't worn it, so I figured I'd wear it. Somebody said, who I believe is a listener of yours, that I need to wear it to prove it that in fact existed. It does, and I'm willing to give it away for some good thing for charity at some point.
I don't think a man with your driving record should be wearing a racing jacket.
This is one of the many jokes I already prepared. Like that's the worst thing he could say. I mean, that's fine. That's why you think that hurts me at this point in my fucking life? I'm fine now. I'm bulletproof.
Hold on. There's a woman trying to wave us down from the text box. What's up?
I believe that's his wife.
Is it?
So, can everybody hear me?
Talk a little bit louder into the microphone. Don't turn her up too much. Just talk louder into it.
Can everybody hear me?
There you go.
Okay, I fucking hate that jacket.
All right. There's more to be said about the jacket.
Katie Smith, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I see you have several pages of notes prepared. We don't
need
have time
to use it all.
We don't have
Just
time for
be
several
prepared
pages
for any particular topic.
I would like to thank you for coming on the show, and essentially giving a eulogy for your campaign about the 3 weeks before it ended.
Some would say it was the first time I came on about a year in advance. Some would say that was the beginning of the end. I didn't say that. Some did.
But seriously, I mean, something that I would say about you is you have always been extremely honest, at least with us, for the most part. And I do appreciate you coming on the show and being so open.
Nah, man, it's been a huge asset, and I don't know what is helpful. I brought predictions for next year. I thought I brought answers to the questions I thought you might ask, which might suck or bother me a lot.
Okay.
And I brought grievances, but I didn't have very many of those.
Okay.
So I've got whatever you guys want and need, I have for you.
Let's go with predictions. What does 2013 hold for us here in town?
All right. So I've got to prepare 320 words, and this is my workshopping. This is my test audience. All right.
So 320 words. You should be able to get through this in about a minute.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. All right. Now, I will find out that my membership allows me to do more than 24 hours of fitness per year. Okay, I'll find that out. People, I didn't say this was gonna be damn good.
That shit was delayed.
People will continue to use literally when they mean anything other than literally.
Okay.
My favorite from last year was from a newscaster who said that people's eyes were literally glued to their screens. It will become less popular to put a period after every word. Eyes literally glued. All of our job woes will be fixed with one mega project, the Columbia Coal Casino Convention Center and Crossing. It will be a political model for the world until an odd crew of accountants, bicyclists, environmentalists, and small government advocates gather to the Esplanade to throw off a big hunk of green tea. The Green Tea Coalition will sweep the nation. They will sell T-shirts. Nick Fish, Dan Saltzman, and Charlie Hales would insist they are not the same person. They will successfully address the criticism that this city has too much focus on being hip. Former politicians will disguise their bitterness with a thinly veil of humor, it says here. Thin veil of humor. I don't know what that refers to.
Yeah.
With Wall Street advising Facebook, Friendster will make a big comeback. MySpace will still be a little bit creepy. My friend Chris will continue to turn down the Safeway Club card because he doesn't have time for the meetings. He talks about the grocery store. He says, I never do the scan check thing because the grocery aisle is where it all goes down. He says, I like to go every month to see who's on the cover of O magazine. So see, let that wash over you for a moment. It's always Oprah. That's the joke. It's always Oprah. I will buy a second shake weight. A men's this time. I bought a woman's on accident the first time. I told this to my wife in preparation as we were sitting over there. She said, does that mean it'll be a little button? And I said, no, it's not. You don't get that. That's fine. You don't need to get that joke. You don't need to get that joke. Some customers will refer to 2K13 as 1AJ after jobs. This will confuse some teabaggers who think it has something to do with Obama. It's political stuff. Don't worry about that. Yeah. That's fine. It's not important. It's just the country and our future. The Apple's major release in 1AJ will be iPads in 12 different sizes. Each will be deemed newsworthy. Portlanders will not consider 82nd Avenue to be Gresham. They will still consider that 122nd Avenue is Gresham.
Yeah.
And then that's about it. No, I have one other. Politicians losing high-profile elections will start businesses, particularly in the cultivation, marketing of hemp. And no. And then the serious, real stuff. This is probably the last time I'll be talking to you here, and there's real shit going on about real stuff, about us defining our city too broadly, about private interests governing public decisions way too much, about economic planning that's done far too much, driven by tax breaks and boondoggles. And the one thing we've got is citizen involvement. It's not a very good solution, but it's about the only solution we've got. That's what I've got.
There you go. Jefferson Smith, everybody.
And I want to say thank you to you guys. I don't have really any grievances, although you did say if I came on your show I might get elected mayor, and I think you meant the opposite. But I do want to say a thank you. You know, I think tonight, and I'm saying this in all honesty, I think tonight you're making the city a little bit worse. And I think you're making the city just a little bit worse. And I think there are people like Courtenay, like Byron, like Storm Large, people who have been bigger than our media market.
Yeah.
people who had greater talent than their per average, sort of per day listener. And that sort of coolness quotient is helping this city to what it's going to be next, which might be a little more corporate, which might be a little bigger, which might mean people with your kind of talent reach bigger markets, but that's in significant part because of folks like you. I think that tonight the city is getting a little bit worse, but that's because for 8 years you made Portland a little bit better, and I want to say thanks.
Thank you.
I love you, Katie. Don't leave that. Do not leave that ugly ass jacket up here. Get that fucking thing out of here. No, get that out of here.
Take it up to Henry. Take that shit up to Hendrickson and get our fucking money back. He still has not come back down here.
All right. A man who was he was actually our second.
Yeah.
Second regular guest, and a man who forced himself on the show.
Well, not so much forced. It was
declared that he would be on the show.
Yeah, and who am I not to capitulate?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Walker. All right, now, David.
Yes.
You are not only a guy who comes on to our podcast and voids his soul for an hour a day, providing us opportunities to learn from all the horrible things that have happened to you. You are also a writer and a filmmaker.
Yes.
And you made a movie that you're going to show us today.
Can we just show it now?
Just straight off the bat?
Jump into it. Because
Jump
I
right
know
into
there's
it?
some people who came here for that.
Mhm.
Let's just do that.
Okay.
Give us
So-
a break from talking. We're going to watch the movie for, it's like, 13 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
All right, so what's the name of the movie?
It's the day they ran out of bullets. I know some of the folks are here. They might be up in the audience, so I can't see. Stand up. If you're I know Greg's here, Jerry's here.
There they go.
They're way up there.
That when you guys see it, it's all them. It's really them. It's especially Jason Lamb, who is the host of the Carl Show with Jason, which is another podcast. But we'll talk about that after this
All right,
movie.
so
All right, okay?
guy up there in the booth, kill
I'm
the
gonna go
lights,
stand, watch this
start
out
the
there,
movie.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, a film by David Walker.
See, I'm only one of the people responsible. I know that, again, they're in the crowd. Jerry Bell and Greg James, the two actors, Jerry and Dave Owen produced it. Round of applause for them, please. And then Jason Lamb, who wrote it.
I want to ask you this. What was your response when Jason Lamb slides that script across your desk?
You know what I thought? I was like, oh, God, people are going to thought I wrote this. They'll think so.
Well, I have to say, you told us about, like, when you were filming this, like, you described, you told us the name and said, well, it's sort of like a post-apocalyptic thing, kind of, and these two dudes and held up, and I'm imagining, like, zombies, and it kind of starts that way, and then all of a sudden it kind of takes a hard left turn, and I appreciate the hard left turn.
Thank you. I think you all appreciated the hard left turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. It was.
I think you just named the sequel.
Yeah.
Jason wants to write that thing, The Hard Left Turn. Seems like it'll go over quite a few film festivals.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, we can talk about that later. Jason, where are you? I can't see.
He's hidden.
Are you up top? Where is he?
Hold on.
I just want everyone to see him. I want them to know who's responsible. Because he's all embarrassed. People aren't going to like me.
Yeah.
They're not going to like my movie. They're going to be offended. Who gives a
Well,
shit, man?
he's a writer. Of course, he's
I-
going to
yeah,
think
that's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
You of all people, as a writer, would know that the
Insecurities?
the only emotion you're going to have about anyone consuming your work is abject fear.
Yeah.
Yes, and self-loathing.
Right. Yeah. So what next for you, Mr. Walker?
Oh, I don't know. I got to find new therapists is what I got to do.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Got the Dark Horse miniseries that's already started coming out the day they ran out of, not the day they ran out of, well, excuse me, that's number 13, the Dark Horse miniseries that I've co-written, which there's going to be a signing. Is it December 21st? Is that right? Does anyone know out there? Yeah, December 21st at Bridge City Comics. I'll be there with Jeremy Barlow. December 21st. Is that the day after the world ends?
That's the day the world ends.
Oh, the day of. Whew, it might get really entertaining there. If I don't show up, you'll know why. But yeah, so there's that. Working on the sequel to Darius Logan Super Justice Force. The working title of that is Darius Logan No Man's Land. I'm desperately trying to get the first draft of that done. And then just a bunch of other crazy shit.
Nice. Any grievances?
Yes, I do. I actually have. It's only one grievance, and it's not about the show so much. It's that with the midnight movies that we never did the Carnosaur trilogy with the audio commentary, and I may still get that going on my own.
Okay.
So
all right, be looking for that for you Carnosaur fans out there.
I can't think of anything else. It's been a great time. It's been a great run. So much love to all the listeners. I totally appreciate it. I think I said everything I need to say on Tuesday's show, so go download that one.
David Walker of Badass Mofo.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll quickly revive yet another old benchmark.
What? Music news predicated on rumors, lies, and innuendo. Face 5. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Internet. It's Cort's Backstage Blog.
I will need this. All right, the Backstage Blog tonight is not about which rock star is getting blown in the bowels of the Rose Garden after phoning in a 90-minute overdubbed set on stage. This is a peek behind the curtain of the Cort and Fatboy show to see the machine that kept the shambling Hulk careening down the road for the last 8 years. And that's its regular guests, who each agreed to come into the studio week after week for no pay, only wish to get railroaded and abused by us. And I want to make it up in some small way for not paying them at all for all these years, by paying them now, by paying them with compliments. Since I'm poor and a functioning alcoholic who needs every last cent for daddy's stabby juice, compliments are all that I can afford. So first up, Ryan Fleming. Ryan Fleming is the most patient man on the planet. A man dying to make a point or add an anecdote, but gets run over again and again, but like a roadkill armadillo by a couple of gabby podcasters in a rusty El Camino. When I picture Ryan, I don't see a sophisticated Jason Priestley, as the way so many of you did tonight. What I see, I imagine him rocking back and forth in his seat, opening his mouth to contribute to an asinine conversation that long ago left the realm of rationality or good sense, only to be interrupted once again with a Star Wars joke or a reference to pooping. Ryan is easily our most informed guest, a man who could seamlessly switch gears from Skyrim to international politics. Not that you'd know, because we had to get in our fart joke quota for the show, so we never allowed him to actually talk. David Walker is like a Swiss Army knife of creativity, as you saw tonight, a man who makes movies, comics, novels, bookshelves. He loves his mom, and he loves to hate humanity in that order. Dave is most memorable for his rants about his ex-girlfriends, his hatred of John Landis, and his love of Bigfoot. But there's nothing that isn't absolutely genuine about Dave. The only difference between the conversations you have with Dave on the air and the ones you have with him off the air is the presence of the microphones. That is it. Despite his constant threats to kill a motherfucker notwithstanding, Dave is a teddy bear. He is a teddy bear that will kill a motherfucker. Courtenay Hameister actually made our show seem classy because she's classy, even when she's telling stories of prolapsed vaginas. Courtenay brought intelligence, culture, and sanity to a show that spent more time off the rails than a streetcar driven by Lindsay Lohan. She's an amazing and passionate person, and she's timeless. She would have been just as hilarious back in the 20s doing vaudeville or in the 40s performing as a sketch comedian on a radio variety show. But what's funniest is that she would have thought that she should receive equal pay to the men in those situations. It's just not going to happen, silly feminist. But what I love best about Courtenay is how easy she is to startle. Have you seen those myotonic goats that stiffen up and tip over when you scare them? Well, those goats are like Navy SEALs with nerves of steel compared to Courtenay. Just try it. Just say hi to her in the lobby, and she'll tip over just like she took a shot in the jaw from Mike Tyson. And while she's unlikely to be winning any medals of valor, Courtney had two things that we lacked completely: credibility and a vagina. I don't know Leia Weathington all that well because she's only been on the show for a short time, but I will say that she wields her wit and intelligence like a Balrog's whip. It's brilliant to behold and from a distance, but if it ever gets a hold of you, you're going to lose a fucking arm and then you're going to burst into flames. Leia has the timing and presence of a veteran stand-up comedian, and I regret that we didn't get her on the show sooner because she cracked my ass up. That doesn't mean I'll be listening to her stupid podcast because fuck that. Byron fucking Beck. Byron is a raging, hedonistic hard-on the outside, but on the inside, he's a sweet, serious, quiet, self-conscious man who's probably more normal than he likes to admit. While the hard-on usually ruled his time on the show, the glimmers of the sweet man inside provided some of the most touching moments during the last 5 or 6 years. Byron may have boasted about the party lifestyle that he lives on the air, but when the mics were off, all he could talk about was the counseling members. All he could talk about was counseling members of our audience struggling with their sexual identities and how much those relationships lived on email and Facebook meant to him. So thank you, Byron, for occasionally allowing us to meet the real you. No one has a bigger heart than Big Jim Willig, and that's not just because he looks like he could die of congestive heart failure at any minute. Jim's the kind of guy that would give you his bus pass and walk home in the rain just so you didn't have to get your feet wet. Life has covered Big Jim in shit more times than the tip of Byron's dick. But he still manages to be the funniest man in the room at any given moment. And I can honestly say that I have never laughed harder than the days that Jim is in the guest chair, because the guy knows how to hit all of my funny buttons. Unfortunately, Jim can't seem to find any of the funny buttons on your average comedy club audience. But there's always podcasting, buddy. Sorry, Jim. It's just much like life. I just can't help but shit on you every once in a while. Mike Russell was our first regular guest. And he will also be our last one tonight. When Mike first joined the show, he was so desperately neurotic that he would write long, rambling emails to us after his appearances, evaluating every stumble and misplaced word. I can't tell you how many times I've had to verbally pat him on the back, hold his hair, and tell him it's going to be all right, like a beleaguered college girl as her sorority sister yarks up half a gallon of Mike's Hard Lemonade into the school fountain. That was then. But over the years, Mike has grown so confident in his role that the only reason why we need to show up is to unlock the door and to the studio and say, "Oh, hell yeah," before he launches into a 90-minute screed about the virtues of Korean cinema. And while most film critics' heads are filled with useless facts about who the cinematographer is on Biodome, Mike's head is filled with binders full of brilliant cartoon ideas. In fact, he probably actually knows who the cinematographer of Biodome is as well. Mike has an ability most cartoonists don't, which is to create subtle comedy with something as simple as an eyebrow raise or an onomatopoeic sound effect. Mike does things in 3 to 5 panels of comics that I haven't seen done since Bloom County. And I know this sounds hyperbolic, but I'm serious. If you ever learn to draw feet, Mike, someday you might show up in the calendars in Hallmark stores, but because of Mike's laziness, instead he spent the last 6 years hanging out, talking with assholes like us about whether Superman should wear his underwear on the inside or the outside. Let this be a lesson to you kids. Draw feet. So thank you to you all of our regular guests. You breathed life into a show that we couldn't have done by ourselves. It was my honor to spend an hour talking to you every week, and an hour and a half for Mike because he just didn't shut the fuck up. You were all insanely creative and talented people, and it was a bit daunting knowing that I was the least intelligent guy in that room on any given day. So thank you very much for being on our show. And with that...
Actually, hold on. It looks like we got one last text boxer.
Okay.
Unicorn Gravedigger on the text box.
Unicorn Gravedigger. What's up, sir?
How you guys doing? I just want to let you know that your legacy of men is continuing. I just graduated college. I've listened to you guys all 8 years, all the way back to KUFO. And I'm proud to say I am an unpaid intern at the very company that fired you. I'm enjoying every goddamn second of it. And Big Jim, if you ever want to call into Lars Larson and do your impression of fucking that fat ass, what's that dude you just did?
Rush Limbaugh.
That one.
Yeah.
There's so fucking many of them now. Yes. If you ever prank call Rush Limbaugh, I will give you $10. Simpler times. And I just want to say, guys, you know what? You've been an inspiration to me.
Get closer to the microphone. What?
Jefferson Smith fucking said it at my commencement speech. My generation's screwed.
Yeah.
And you know what? I look at you guys as inspiration. You're married. You have families. You're beloved. And you guys have made the last 8 years so much fucking better. I love you guys. Except for you, fat boy, because you unfriended me on Facebook, you dick.
Yeah.
Just kidding, man. Love you guys. Take care.
To you, Unicorn Gravedigger.
And
actually, we can't get any more text boxes because we're running mad late, ridiculously late. Sorry.
But I have free beer.
You got free beer?
Yes. Okay.
We'll just drop off the beer.
Seriously
and leave.
though, where the fuck is Eric Hendrickson and all our money? Seriously. Because I don't know if I'm going to see him after the show. So, if...
All right, we really do have to close down the text box.
Yeah, we do.
If you have something quick to say it quick.
I would be remiss, Herder the Texan, a.k.a. Norm from Texas, but I can come up here and say, I did not fly fucking 2,000 miles from fucking Longview fucking Texas to come up here and not say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Norm.
For 5 years of my life that I gave to you, listening in my car, listening with my wife, if I didn't laugh my fucking ass off.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Norm.
Thank you.
All right, we have that one. We have one last guest, of course. He is a man that you know and love. He is our very first guest. And as I said before, he is our last guest, Mr. Mike Russell.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Can you hang on real quick? I gotta go take a piss.
So do you want to dive right into it, or do you want to?
Yeah, well, my only regret is ever taking a leak in the PADX.FM offices. So other than that, I think we're good to go.
Okay. So as you have done every year since our very first live show, it appears that you've done yet again a little something special.
Yes, I did make a little slide presentation. It's always weird because I started doing them because I didn't feel like, we just come on and talk about movies, it always seemed rather bizarre to me to come up here and what would we talk about, you know? That movie's no good. You know, it's like, what are you going to do? So I would basically, as I think I said in 2010, I would basically be the biggest douchebag in the world if I did that. So what I tried to do is make little, slide presentations. So I've got one for you tonight. Would you guys like a little story time? All right. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. I think so, yeah. All right. How are you standing without feet? While we're closing out the show, for the record, I can draw feet. I just think it's funnier not to. All right. So, again, I'm going to do one of my Storytime slideshows here. Before I get started on this, I want to thank Bill Mudrin and Adrian Wallace, who gave me major inking and color assists here at the last minute on this. Check out their comics at BillMudrin.com and JumboDeluxe.com.
Projection booth, can we pull down the spots a little bit so the screen isn't so blown out? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great. So, these are my two favorite photos of the boys from around 2008. Hey, Cort, who's got a knife now? All right. So, when I made Cort and Fat Boy and the Secret of the Buried Unicorns back in 2010, it was, I think, the first illustrated book sort of affiliated with a podcast. Now, of course, now, as you all know, now every damn podcast in Portland has its own tie-in book. Just for example, Portland Sucks has The Thing in Robert Wagner's hat. Movie BS with Bayer and Snyder has Kinetoscope BS with Mutt and Jeff. Chronicles of the Nerds has their best-selling recipe book, 250 Ways to Prepare Meat. By the way, I highly recommend their honey-braised lamb shanks. And of course, Ham-Fisted Radio has the chocolate-dipped pirate. And my personal favorite, Livewire Radio has its New Yorker-style cartoon collection, The Days and Nights of Courtenay Hameister. You know, in those New Yorker cartoons, they always make the analyst like a duck for some reason. What the fuck is up with that? Okay, but anyway, my point being, we no longer have the podcast book field to ourselves. Oh, wait, we're leaving the field entirely, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Fuck you. So, anyway, I did realize that there is one unexplored market niche left. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll show you. There we go. Interactive text-based entertainment, dude. And so, with only the greatest respect for various copyrighted branching text, choosable path book franchises, I proudly present to you a make-your-own-damn-choice already adventure, Cort and Fatboy in the quest for the media career. So basically, this is how this is going to work. Cort, Fats, I'm going to show you a page. You make a choice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to skip through the slides to whichever option you chose.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So, excuse me. Page 1. You are Cort Weber. You have just been born. Do you, A, figure out your career path like a normal person, or B, amble through life with no real idea of what you're doing and just let the chips fall where they may?
Oh, B. That's totally B.
Okay. So, Cort, because of the branching nature of this, I'll have to scroll past the slides for the storyline you didn't choose.
Okay.
In which you became a master swordsmith, hunt pirates on a unicorn, and retire to your study wearing nothing but a silky bathrobe. That's very Roger Moore of you, Cort.
Why does that unicorn look so suspicious?
Now, of course, in the story path you did choose, you end up working at KUFO. So, next page. You are Bobby Fatboy Roberts. You argue on the internet, write indie horror screenplays, add backbeats to movie scores, and drive a forklift at Best Buy. But mostly you argue on the internet. Cort holds a contest for a guest sidekick. Do you, A, concentrate on developing your existing talents, or B, attempt to enter the lucrative world of professional radio?
I go with B.
Okay.
Good choice.
So, Fatboy, now we have to skip over your path not chosen, in which you would have written a screenplay called Fear Biscuit, filmed that screenplay with your own money, and enjoyed the filmmaker's reward, which is having Ain't It Cool News tell you that your movie sucked.
Puke stool.
Fair biscuits. It'll make you puke stool.
I would put that on the poster.
Okay, but in the path you did choose, you both end up working at KUFO. Oh, hey, look, it's how I drew Fatboy in 2007.
That shit was accurate.
So, gentlemen, this one's for both of you. Do you then, A, start recording the dumb shit you say during the commercial breaks and call it a podcast, or B, listen to Butterfly Kisses for the 600th time?
I'm gonna have to go with A.
Yeah, we're going with A.
A.
Okay.
Yes, A.
That's a pretty good choice, actually, because if you'd chosen B, that horrible song would have driven you to give yourself a totally different kind of butterfly kiss. So.
Okay.
You look so determined.
I'm going to eat the shit out of this gun. But luckily you didn't choose this. What you actually did is you get a surprisingly loyal online audience. And are almost immediately fired from terrestrial radio during the worst economic meltdown of your lifetimes.
Thank you.
Do you, A, seek gainful employment like 30-something adults, or B, start a podcast with no fully developed monetization strategy?
What do you think? You want to go B?
We're going B.
Well,
We're going B on this.
We're going with B, Alex.
So you're going to start a podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd chosen A, you would have met an orangutan named Mongo who would have led you to a secret cave where you would have found the remnants of a mysterious civilization. And then you would have battled horrifying creatures of myth. But in the end, you probably would have just nuked the site. And you know why, right?
It's the only way to be sure.
It's the only way to be sure.
It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah,
It's the only way to be
That's
sure.
good, yeah.
Look at that high five. That's a massive high five.
Look at the vertical leap on me right there.
I do want to note for anyone who's concerned, the Mongo did make it.
Oh, good.
So, you didn't do that. Instead, you built a fairly huge podcast audience, developed a diverse stable of regular guests, befriended some of the greatest nerds in one of the greatest cities in America, participated in a beautiful local explosion of creativity, and didn't make a fucking dime. For some reason, you were burned out. Do you, A, decide to end the show on a high note on your own terms, or B, run that fucking thing into the ground like Charles M. Schultz with a microphone?
We're going to go with A.
Yeah, I think we're sticking with A.
Yeah.
Guys, in all seriousness, it's very good you chose A, because if you'd chosen B, you would have watched your audience dwindle, and the aging process would have made you irrelevant anyway. So,
why do I have a hook?
Fuck your hook, I'm pissing myself. Your feet are actually touching something solid.
Is this what you wanted? No. All right.
Just
So
a
you
bladder and a Kangol.
So, guys, you chose a pretty good path, in my opinion. You live on in everyone's hearts. Oh, wait, no. Everyone will forget you, and in a few years, you'll just be the podcast equivalent of two middle-aged guys talking about how edgy their zine was in the 1990s. But, to paraphrase Jeff Goldblum, like life, your creativity will find a way. By the way, guys, this page is symbolic. In my drawing, creativity is represented by unicorns coming out of your asses.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Got it.
So, if you want to read my stuff after the show ends, visit sabertoothvampire.com. I think season 3 is probably going to start sometime in early 2013. So, the end, or is it? Thank you very much.
Mike Russell.
Mike Russell.
Wow, thank you.
All right. So we've come to the end. Real quick. Oh, fuck it. Let's stay here till 4 in the morning. Let's do this. No, let's not. All right. So, honestly, what you guys have done for us tonight and over again over the years has been. I'm lost for words. Honestly, I am lost for words. Thank you very much for listening to our show, for coming to this, for doing all the things that we've ever asked you to do. We really do appreciate it. You got anything?
I love you guys to death and beyond. It's sort of a zombie-ish, undead sort of love.
And I know it's while I'm trying to be heartfelt, I have to shill here a little bit, but I honestly do have to say, Things from Another World has been amazing to us. Please go to Things from Another World, buy their stuff. We will continue to do, as we've said before, we're going to continue to do Things from Another World's Geek Trivias. The next one's coming up on Tuesday, so you will still see us standing together in places.
I also wanted to, while we're thinking Things from Another World, take time out to mention that not many people in the media really paid attention to us, and I count our own radio station among that. They didn't pay any attention to us. Newspapers didn't pay any attention to us. But the Portland Mercury has always been in our corner.
That's true.
And they've supported us from jump. They come out to our events. They don't just write about them. They actually come and hang out and rob us. But I am really proud of the fact that I now work there, and I get to hang out with all those really talented writers and creators. And if it wasn't for them, a lot of these midnight movies wouldn't have happened.
It's true.
So thanks to Things for Another World, and thanks to the Portland Mercury, thanks to Robert Wagner of PDX.FM, and thanks to all of you, because seriously, the only thing I ever really wanted to do in my life was make people laugh.
Yeah.
And that's it. And this might not have been the way I thought it was going to happen, but I'm really happy it happened the way it did.
Yeah. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. We are Cort and Fatboy, and that is that.
Bye.